Do you have anything to say for yourself? So today I have the Reebok collaboration with Adidas, and this shoe is called the Reebok and Adidas Fury Boost. I kind of wanted to do this review today just because I have a lot to say about this sneaker. This is a sneaker in a lot of ways that let me down. It made its debut last November 2019, and I really didn't find out about this sneaker until probably March or April. At that point, I decided to make a public post asking all my friends on Instagram, hey, do you think I should buy this sneaker? 100% of the people that I asked said, no, you should not buy this sneaker under any circumstances. It is a terrible sneaker, and we think it's not going to work out for you. Well, it turns out people were right in judging this sneaker by its looks. As much as it looks like a weird sneaker, it also performs that way. And I will say that there's a lot of ways in which this sneaker let me down. So there's not a huge amount of problems with the sneaker other than I think that it has an extremely clunky step to it. It's a really nice looking sneaker to me. To me, it kind of had like an Iron Man approach to it. I really thought that, I don't know, the attention to detail was really nice. But as I started to wear the sneaker and really think about what I thought about it, it's a sneaker that I never really have enjoyed. And I've tried to enjoy this sneaker on so many different occasions. For me, just the way that it's engineered doesn't measure up. A lot of it has to do with this bridge here. So this bridge is a noticeable gap. It's almost like a 3.5-inch gap here between the heel and the front of the sole. I just think that performance-wise, it doesn't feel comfortable with this big of a bridge in there. I can't imagine running would feel good on this. There's just such a noticeable distance between the follow through that it feels like such a clunky step while you're walking. I will say probably what disappointed me about this shoe the most is Adidas Ultra Boost shoes are some of the most comfortable shoes that have ever been engineered. And I think maybe it's because it was a Reebok based collaboration, and really what they were doing was they were just putting the Boost technology on an Instapump upper. But I think that is kind of where they went wrong. I almost wish that Reebok would have engineered some sort of Instapump technology onto an Adidas Ultra Boost model, basically. There's just something about this that I have a hard time with. So I think because Adidas and Reebok collaborated together, I was really excited and I was expecting a lot out of this shoe. What ended up happening was I kind of think they got off with making a gimmicky shoe. I think the materials are high enough quality as far as that goes, but I almost wish that they would have re-engineered several things. So I will say that this strap going along the back of your Achilles heel, it doesn't feel good. Whenever I'm taking an awkward step or something, for example, you have this part and they really just dig into the either side of your ankle whenever I take a step. And so I tried to go for several walks around the park with this shoe. I really tried to wear it for several days at a time and enjoy it. But there's something about these pads on the back of the inner here that they just really dig into your feet. They don't feel comfortable. To me, it's a failure of design. It's something that it holds too snugly to your leg, but it's not something that really breaks in well. And this is a shoe that I've actually really tried to break in. I've tried to get this shoe to break in well for me. It's a shoe that sometimes it's so uncomfortable, and the rear end, cuts so much into the back of my leg that I actually have to take the shoe off if I'm too far away from home and I walked somewhere. So to me, that's a complete failure of a design, and I would like to see maybe a future collaboration with Reebok and Adidas, and I would really like to see this rear end here be re-engineered. So some other things about the sneaker that I just wanted to point out that I kind of think are somewhat failures of the design is the bridge here. I'm actually not really much of a runner or long distance runner. So, for me, this being a casual walking sneaker, this is not something that feels very comfortable for me. However, I don't know what this would be like for someone who has to do something like track performance or long distance running. This could be a good sneaker for that. I actually don't know. I haven't tested it for that. But for me, it's just an extremely uncomfortable sneaker to walk in. I would like to see Reebok in the future maybe let Adidas have more liberty with the sole. I would almost like to see an entirely Ultra Boost sole here. I think Reebok, didn't give enough control over to Adidas for the collaboration. To me, it seems like both of the shoe companies have such a stake in the running shoe industry that as far as comfort goes, To me, the shoe should have been a lot more comfortable than it is. So I think that they were on the right track as far as, like, you know, collaborating together. I just don't think that they actually achieved a comfortable performance shoe. But that's my take on things. I'm really just reviewing this from a casual shoe perspective. I don't do a lot of long distance running. Definitely this is a sneaker that for me, I noticed that it's more uncomfortable than it is comfortable. To me, I would like there to be more support here on the bottom. It just kind of feels like there's such a gap when I put the shoe on. I wish there would be some more support here. Another complaint of mine is just as far as boost technology goes, I don't really think of Ultra Boost technology as being bulky. In this case, the Ultra Boost technology was overly bulky. The sole is bulky. It wasn't really something that I enjoyed walking on. And I have a pair of Adidas Ultra Boost 2019 Chinese New Year's, and I absolutely love that pair of shoes. I love walking on it. It's a pair of shoes that when I put it on, it makes me excited to go for a run or excited to go for a jog. It makes me excited to work out, whereas this shoe does not really get me excited to do much of anything. I think they were on the right track in some ways, but I just think the shoe has a long ways to go before it actually becomes something worth $200. For a retail price of $200, I think that this shoe is an absolute failure of design and innovation. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. We'll see if Adidas and Reebok do another collaboration. I hope someone at Adidas and Reebok sees this video before they decide to put another one of these soles on the shoe. I think the sole on this shoe makes just for an absolutely uncomfortable walking and running experience. To me, it's something that really stands out, and it's obnoxious, and it's not comfortable to walk with this shoe. So I would like to see that issue addressed in the future, but all in all, I think they were kind of on the right track. I just would like to see more out of the collaboration in the future.